Hi, and welcome to the Pixel Pintura Workout, where I color what you color. My name is Joel Chua, and the artwork we're coloring today is Rachel's. Okay, so that's my copy, and that's Rachel's on the right. We're going to start first by putting, well, maybe a darker color, a base tone, choosing a mid-tone, and highlight for the skin. This artwork has already been flatted separately, so I'm just going to go ahead and start putting in light and shadow. I use lasso tools to make my sharp edges, because it's really difficult to make sharp edges with just your brush. It takes a lot longer. I'm giving the skin a general light up. Now I'm approaching it with a smaller brush and brighter lights. The collarbone, and then the shadow underneath the chin. So I'm just using those three colors. Now I'm lighting from the top, the forehead. As it hits the forehead, probably the brighter part, because the light's coming from above. As it falls on the cheeks, still bright. I don't want to have too sharp of an edge there. So I either smudge it or I can spray it over with a bigger brush. Takes a while, to make it look pretty. I'll be coming back to that because it probably needs a bit more work. So now I'm coming in closer with targeted strikes, if you will, targeted hits of my airbrush on the character. So I've got my hair, I got my skin in one layer, my vest now in the other layer, using the cuts to create the folds. You'll notice that my layers don't stay in the layer palette very long. I usually merge them down. Keeps file sizes small and keeps things from getting too messy. So I'm putting some shadow into those crevices. And I'm going to introduce some of that white light into her eyes, first with the base tone shadow, slightly blue, and then follow through with something that's close to white, and maybe dodge it, just make it shine a bit more. Afterwards, I'm going to try and put some highlights for the hair. Simple glow like that. And then the smudge tool that I've used, I'm sure you could probably find hairbrushes online, and you can use the same hairbrushes. Those same hairbrushes can be used to smudge your hair, or your highlights, smudge your hair. So that's very effective, and I'm trying to light it up some more. This time we're lighting up the arms. We don't want to bring too much attention to them, because Rachel didn't draw the hands, and I had to make that big circle that you see, that big circle frame. That big circle frame cuts the arms at the wrist, so it's not very pretty. We have to avoid showing too much of that. That's cat. So continue smudging it, make sure it's all there. Make sure it's clean up there in the face. Nothing too distracting. Adding the highlights, we'll take a look at Rachel's work just to see if it matches. Yep, just need to add some of that shadow on the top using a multiply airbrush, darker, and then follow through with a light on the left. That's where the light's coming from. the light on the right and the bottom just to catch from the opening of the eye or the pupil. I'm doing the same kind of gloss I did with the eye on the hair. Just have to make it a little smaller or else it's too robotic. Here, put some more lights now on the ribbon. Fixing a few mistakes of mine. Usually when you flat, it doesn't get the corners. Okay, so now we're going to try to put some of the color of the hair into the skin, because the hair is kind of bright. You know, the color is kind of strong. So we want to have it reflect as a shadow or into the shadow of the skin. Now we're going to see if we can put some secondary light. That's a little too blue, so I pat it down with some flesh color and introduce some of the vest color into the shadow. Next, do the belt, which we will apply a similar technique to as the hair. Also adding secondary light. Doesn't go all the way to the right, maybe because the hair will be blocking certain parts. Also secondary light for the back. Okay, let's now put some light into those ridges on the vest. Only where the light is strongest. Avoid the shadow areas and it should be fine. Adding a bit more light on the top, that's where most of the light will fall. Also secondary light for the bottom, just beneath the chest, and then adding a bit more shadow to get a bigger curve, a better shape. Adding lights now from the foreground or the primary light source. I'm patting it down because I think it's too metallic. It's a bit too strong. The edges are a bit too strong. So I'm patting it down with my lasso tool. Okay, now back to the ribbon. You know, I like to jump around because you want to work up the image as a whole and not spend all your time on just one area of your painting, because you would be developing your painting in an unbalanced way. It's better to jump around. I feel it is better to jump around because you can develop your picture as a whole. It looks, hopefully it looks finished at any one time. And smaller details with a finer brush. Fixing anything else that's not needed. I'll be adding some makeup, putting a bit of red using an overlay brush, and I'll be fading it so that it won't be too strong. So I hope you enjoyed the Pixel Pintura workout. I'll catch you online again for our next Pixel Pintura workout. If you have an artwork you've colored and you would like to see me color it as well, please do let me know. Add us up on Facebook, and that's it. That's Rachel's work, and that's my work over there. Her skin color should be a little lighter, so to match what Rachel did. Check us out on the internet, www.pixelpintura.com. I'm just here wrapping up, putting some halo glow around the character, because, well, the background will be lit by that white space. That white space around her is actually the background. So as her hair is flowing back, should be brightening up a bit with some white. And the final touch, nice little halo over line art. Would look very nice as a button pin. So again, this is Joel Chua, and that's Rachel's work. Check us out on pixelpintura.com.